Hi, I'm Phil Matalucci here with Mr. Schlager, also my uncle, partner with the Avalon Barbecue. We're going to ask him about his role as an entrepreneur today. Mr. Schlager, why
Chuck,
did you start
please.
the Chuck, why did you start the business? What inspired you to start the business?
My friend and I got out of college, went to Villanova, and for 20 years we have been, as a hobby, doing barbecue professionally around the country. Cooking at some major events that have been on TV, like Jack Daniels, American Royale, and so forth. It's something that we enjoy doing. We were pretty successful at doing the barbecue. And along the way, at several points, some people indicated that they thought that would be a good thing for us to start a business. That really never was a consideration until the last, I would say, within the last 5 years.
Okay. So when did you start this business?
We started this particular business in April of 2014, so this past summer. And it was a result of our discussions with a guy that we happen to know from years before, working in the bar business when we were young and in college. And he happened to have a rental property that met the criteria that my partner Jim Boggs and I were looking for if we were to start a business.
Okay.
And the property that we saw was in Avalon, New Jersey. And we liked the property because of its one size, which comes into play as far as the business aspect of it, and two, location. Location was important to us with starting this business because you could have a good concept in a business and have it someplace else,
And it's
not going to work out. You're not going to either get enough traffic, or people aren't going to know about it. It's too far removed for people to get there. When we saw this location being close to Main Street, on a footpath from the Back Bay area to the beach, and right across the street from the biggest bar in town, this was a perfect location for us.
Okay. How is your business different from other small businesses?
Well, I don't know if it's that much different from other small businesses, but why we felt that this business would work in Avalon particularly is because there is no other barbecue restaurant in Avalon. And it's a unique product. And we felt that with this brand that we have, that people would support it, starting right from the beginning of the summer.
Okay. How did you first finance this business?
Well, that's a key point, because one of our major thought processes in getting into the business, like I indicated, was size. So we got offered several locations which were larger, in which there would have been a need to get more personnel, hire more personnel, possibly waitress service, and you would have more square footage. More square footage means more rent. We were looking for something that would be small enough that we could self-fund and not have to go to a bank to do it. And that's why the location that we selected met that criteria. So specifically, to answer your question, we self-funded this.
Okay. What's it like working with family, your son, and close family friends?
Well, it's definitely a situation where it can be trying, but it can be the most satisfactory thing that you can ever do. We had an extremely fun year. When you are in the midst of things, sometimes it can get a little heated.
Yep.
But it is a situation where everybody sort of understands each other and everybody knows that there's a common goal, so there's a lot of camaraderie that goes along with it, and you get that a lot when family members work for you. Sometimes you have to be the boss though.
Yep.
And whether it be family or not, my partner and I he has his sister working for him, I have my son working for him, as well as I have several nephews and nieces. And the fact of the matter is that there are certain times when you have to sit there and say, this is what we're doing, it's our business, and this is the way we're going to do it. So at times it can be fun, and at other times it has to go down a more strict path.
Okay. How long did it take you to put together a business plan?
It took us effectively 2 months to put a business plan together. The reason that I think it went together that quick was several reasons. One, like I indicated, Jim and I had done this for 20 years.
Okay.
So we knew the cooking side of it. We knew what we could do as far as output with the smoker that we had. We knew like the rubs, the sauces. We knew what we had to do from that side. What we didn't know is that we ended up knowing what the location was, but we didn't know how many people were going to come in and start buying the food right away. So you can only guesstimate at that point in time.
Okay.
So the biggest part of the business plan was initially, this is how much we have to sell within the year to be profitable or to break even. Okay, you didn't want to lose money.
Yep.
And quite frankly, when we put those numbers together, that was scary. So from that position, we backed into the plan, and because we went from this is how many we have to sell, and we went then to our cost structure, and we went to our pricing structure off of that. Once we developed the pricing structure, then we were also able to determine how much we had to sell within the period, and from that we had goals set. Once we established the pricing and cost parameters, then we were in a situation where we had to then go out and get vendors and establish what kind of parameters we would have with those vendors in order to bring enough product in to make our product.
Okay.
And so the business plan that we set forward was effectively in I would say 3 stages, 2 of which have only taken place so far in this year. One was a first half strategy, and then there was the full year strategy, full seasonal year strategy. So we took a moment in time from Memorial Day to July 4th weekend as to where we wanted to be, and then we sort of put a plan together for July 4th through Labor Day, and then once we hit July 4th, reevaluated and went from there. And then we are utilizing that to revamp our strategy for the second year.
Okay. What are your marketing strategies for your business?
The marketing strategies for our business were developed by Jimmy and I right from the start. We wanted to deliver a quality product to the people, and when I say quality product, we wanted to, as I indicated, we're in a competition barbecue, so we wanted to bring a competition quality barbecue to the public. That public doesn't normally get that. So the first thing from our marketing strategy was we wanted to have quality, competitive barbecue. Some people would look at that and say, well, is that a marketing strategy? Yes. In my mind, the quality is significant. You also have to have consistency. I can't have you getting a quality item here or a rib that's this long, and then the next time it's shorter. So consistency was also, I want you to be in a situation where you're getting a quality product, and when you come back 2 weeks from now, you're getting that same quality.
Okay.
The The other aspect that we found from a strategy standpoint was, instead of advertising in magazines and so forth, we took our product and gave our product away at certain points of other sale, meaning realtors. We took it to realtors and said, try our product. If you like it, tell the people who come in and rent from you that about us, about the product and so forth. And we gave them obviously menus and so forth. So that our marketing strategy was put our product out into the marketplace. We felt that it would speak for itself.
Okay. What's the worst business advice you've ever received?
Truthfully, I never received any bad advice.
Really?
I would say that the best or the most important thing about starting and operating a business is to listen to everybody's advice. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily follow it. That's why I say there is no bad advice. Somebody may have an idea within that. And the key is, if you shut somebody out, you might be missing a very good idea. So I would not say there's been any bad advice. I may have not followed everybody's advice, but there's no bad advice.
Okay, so what advice would you offer to local entrepreneurs?
The main thing I would say to anybody looking to start their own business is plan to work a lot of hours. Whatever you think a normal day is, that's not a normal day. And you're going to have to work as hard as it takes to get the job done. Second, don't go into a business thinking that you're going to be wealthy. The first thing that you need to do is try to break even. If you get through the end of the day and you've paid your bills, you're successful. And that's the first key to starting a business. Make sure that you get your bills paid and you're staying afloat. If you can work on the quality, consistency, and the other things that we've spoken about, and you put in the time, it will come. But don't plan on being rich right off the start. The other aspect is, when you're doing your planning, figure that you're going to make less than you think, and it's going to cost more than you plan for anything that you do. So if you're working on signage or menus or product, buying product, whatever it is, it's going to cost you more than you think it's going to cost you. And those three things, if you go into business knowing or understanding and embracing those three things, you're probably going to have a successful business.
Thank you for your time, and good luck with the Avalon barbecue.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good to see you this summer.